Ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between and beyond, welcome to the third episode of Campton Zoo. In today's episode, we're building one of the smallest or maybe even the smallest habitat in the whole series, because the habitat that you're about to see ended up being about 200 meters square, but because of the animal that we're adding in today's episode, which is Meerkat, we had to do something really small, and that's why the habitat ended up being so small. But even though it's small, I wanted it to be really detailed, so hopefully, even though in today's episode we're not building that much, and the habitat is still on the same level as everything else in the series so far, and I hope you guys like it. So let me tell you a bit why I chose meerkats as next animal, because I've spent several days trying to come up with an idea for the next animal. I have an idea for what animals I want to add, but I don't have an idea for the habitats for them, or I just have some idea but it's not fully realized yet. I've tried several ideas, several other animals, but it ended up not looking real well, or I wasn't happy with the animal being this close to the entrance, because some animals you don't really see them that close to the entrance. They're like usually somewhere deeper, not so close to the main road, blah blah blah. And I was like, what species is like this postcard of European zoo that you see in every single one around the whole Europe, but you can put it like literally next to the entrance? So we already have otters which don't really give a damn about anything that's going around them, and I was like, what is the other animal that we could add that would feel pretty much the same, that they don't really care about anything, they are completely fine with humans around them, a lot of them, they don't really care about that. And I was like, well, meerkats, because pretty much every zoo I've been to has meerkats, because they are completely chill, and like they don't even see us, like they're always looking out for like birds or like some sort of predator to warn the other members of the pack. I don't know what is the pack of meerkats called, but they are always like looking out. You can see them just observing the whole area, and in case something happens, they just like run away. But when it comes to humans, they don't give a damn about us. So I would say that they are really good animals as an entrance animal, like right near the entrance, near the restaurant, because you can see that it's really close to the restaurant that we built in the first episode. So I was like, I think that's a good idea to put them that close. And because I already have an idea for the next episode, I think it would be a cool transition to what we are about to build in the next episode, and that's gonna be a pretty big build. I'm gonna say, I'm not sure what is the size it's gonna actually end up being, but it's probably gonna be the biggest build so far in the series, even bigger than the entrance building, which is not that big, but it took me a lot of time to build it. But I think the next episode is going to have the biggest habitat, the biggest building so far, and it's gonna be actually several habitats, so I'm not gonna spoil it, but you probably, just from me saying that it's gonna have several habitats, you can already say that, well, it's gonna be something interesting, and you can have some ideas, but I'm not gonna say what it is. You're gonna see it in the next episode, and I hope I can hype it up a bit. So you guys will be eager to watch the next episode. So the inspiration for this habitat is actually from London Zoo, and to be honest, like, it's a weird thing. I don't know if I somehow missed this habitat in real life or I saw it, but I can't remember a thing about that, because I was trying to look for inspiration for this habitat and I was like, I have to find something that I really like and try to, you know, give my own spin, as I always do. And I found the habitat in London Zoo, which you can see on the screen now, and I was like, I've been to that zoo and I don't remember the habitat at all. I don't know if they changed it and it now looks different, because I was there in 2018, I think. Yes, 2018. So I don't know if the photos you're seeing on the screen now are from way back in, I don't know, like several years back, or 10, 15, I don't know, because I don't remember that habitat at all. And to be honest, I don't remember meerkats, like seeing meerkats there, and I've checked on the map and they have meerkats, so I don't know if I missed the habitat or I saw it but I just don't remember it. I'm completely clueless when it comes to that specific habitat. I really like the idea of the rocks being just walls, and actually that the rocks are just like the top of the rocks is actually the level of the ground, just behind the habitat. And I was like, holy crap, I really love that idea, and I don't think I've ever seen anything like that in any other habitat, actually. Not even any other zoo, but like any other habitat. They always like just a building and a flat land or something. And I really like the idea of just working with the ground, which you could see in the first episode when I made that sunken habitat for otters. I just love the idea that the habitat itself doesn't change the ground level. It's all like, it's pretty much flat, but just everything around it changes, so it kind of gives you that illusion that the habitat is somehow lower than the ground level, but it actually on the level of the habitat. It just gives you that cool illusion, which I really enjoy, so that's why I went with that in this episode as well. I also wanted to increase that illusion by adding grass around the wall ground level, so that it actually looks like someone like dug up the ground where the habitat is, and the rest is, you know, left as it was. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it right, but I hope you guys know what I mean. But I think the habitat turned out really well, and I'm really proud of what I was able to achieve, because I wasn't sure if I can do that, because I tried it several times, and that is like, I think, my fourth attempt to actually be happy with what I'm seeing. So I hope you guys like it. What you will be able to see later is me adding the hiding spot, because the first version of this habitat for this video is just a plain outside space that meerkats can't really hide anywhere, you know, it's just all exposed to everything actually. And I was like, well, they would need somewhere to hide, so I added like a hiding hole for them, which you will see later, as I said. I also had trouble with creating a path for keepers because the ground around the whole habitat is uneven. So placing any paths is just like wonky sometimes. It doesn't want to be placed there. Something is not right, blah blah blah. It's just so annoying sometimes, but I ended up getting it to work, fortunately. And I'm not sure how it works when you download this habitat from Steam Workshop. If you are interested in that, of course it's gonna be in the description, but hopefully you will be able to just place the path freely. Of course you would have to, I think, terraform a bit, because of course like terraforming isn't exported when you export a specific item for the workshop. So I'm not sure how you can get it to work. I've never actually used any habitat from Steam Workshop, so hopefully it's not that hard and you can easily get it to work when if you want to use a specific habitat from Steam Workshop. But other than the path, the rest of the habitat is completely fine. Of course you will have to remove some of the barriers if you want to terraform around the habitat itself, because it's not gonna let you terraform so close to the barriers. But I think they are really easy to replace if you need to change them a bit. Just drag them around. Everything for me is below the ground level so that you can see any barriers, so it doesn't really matter. As long as everything is within the barriers, you're not gonna have any problems with it, hopefully. I don't get any notification that something's wrong, so you know, it should work fine. Also, I decided to create like a custom education board, I guess, because the actual like frontier ones are so big, and I didn't want to put something that huge next to this small habitat because it would like literally cover half of the habitat. Maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but I don't really mind doing my own ones, just putting the smallest screen that there is available. I think it looks completely fine. I also copied it and put it next to the other habitat. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole habitat. I hope you guys like it. As I said, it's a really small one for this episode because I couldn't just work my way around any other species and any other habitats this week. And well, when it comes to meerkats, you pretty much need little to any space really. But as I said, next episode will hopefully have a huge habitat. I really want to make something big and actually start creating some European themed buildings, because so far we've been only building these modern ones. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.